This is the Chrissie Swan Show.
Hello, Jack.
Good afternoon.
Big night last night. I went back on the project. I haven't been on all year, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you on there.
It has been a long time. I was plugging everything Fred Hollow's Foundation for my Fred's big run. I'm in a bit of trouble because I've suddenly gotten very, very busy and I do not have the time to walk minimum 10 to 15 kilometres per day. So we're going to have to workshop that in a moment.
Okay, we'll find a solution.
Yes, I did have last night for dinner in the green room a snack pack of hummus and some rice crackers that tasted like plastic. What was your dinner last night?
I made a beef vegetable stir fry, which you helped me curate in the studio yesterday.
And
it was very nice.
Did you do it in batches?
Yeah, I did, like you said.
Did you make sure the wok was very, very hot?
I did, and I did the broccoli first because that was bigger than everything else, and I know you
Very
said.
impressed. You are a good boy. Tell you who else is a good boy. Very exciting news. The Weeknd has announced he's coming to Australia.
Yes.
This is going to be amazing.
I'm obsessed with The Weeknd at the moment. I think that show that you and I watched together in Sydney, The Idol,
yes,
really made me more obsessed with him.
Really? Even though that character is absolutely diabolical. No, he is obviously a world-class talent. I can't wait to see him, and I may or may not have a ticket. A double to go and see him. He's coming to Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne.
The Weeknd brings the After Hours Till Dawn tour to Australia in November and December this year.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Christina Aguilera has been confirmed for a one show only in Melbourne. I'm beside myself.
I feel like Mystic Chrissie sort of brought this to life because last Friday I was so impressed with how you said her last name. And apart from that, we don't really talk about Christina. And then suddenly,
she's been
coming
very
to Melbourne.
quiet for a very long time. I love her. Her voice is like nothing you've ever heard before.
Yeah, it's incredible.
She is just a freak. Plus, she was in the news this week by hiring a mobility scooter to get around Disneyland. There's nothing wrong with her legs. They're just small. There's many steps involved.
She's Christina Aguilera, so she can do that.
She's Christina Aguilera. Hey, we're bearing the lead here. We did announce that The Weeknd has announced an Australian tour today as well. I mean, it is raining legends in this country. The phone screen may or may not be working because just before those couple of songs we said that we were going to take whoever turned up on line 11 and give them a double pass to see The Weeknd. Donna, it's you!
Oh, you're joking.
No.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Donna, this is where you say I never win anything.
I don't.
Well,
It's my first Nova win.
There you go. May it be the first of many, Donna. Now, you are super lucky because what city are you from?
I'm Brisbane.
So you're Brizzy. That's where he's starting his tour on the 20th of November.
Oh, my God.
At good old Suncorp Stadium. Good on you, Donna.
Oh, man. Wow. Thank you so much.
God, you're really overwhelmed. I love this.
And
sorry.
if, like
I
Donna,
can't believe I got through.
you'd like to go to The Weeknd, tickets for the general public go on sale Friday, September 1. Go to livenation.com.au for all of the details. But he'll be going to Brizzy, he'll be going to Sydney, he'll be going to Melbourne.
And then on to Auckland, sadly.
Sadly. Sorry, Adelaide and Perth.
Yeah.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Who doesn't love paying less for their favourite beauty brands? Love paying less for glowing skin or love paying less for feeling better? Find great prices on everything you love only at Priceline Pharmacy.
Shop in store or online at priceline.com.au.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
You know how sometimes a song takes you back to a very specific time?
Absolutely.
That song, I had a babysitter, like a nanny for my kids. They were very, very little. I don't know what year that was. It must have been 2014, something like that, 2015.
Yeah.
Anyway, the kids were very little. And this English nanny was the most gorgeous. Her name was Jess, and we would dance in the kitchen together with our giant boobs and bounce them up to that song. A little bit of fun for you.
2014, you were spot on, Swanee.
2014.
Chrissie's Clickbait.
I wonder what Jess is doing now. She was adorable. I tell you who's not adorable and who's really jerking my chains at the moment is J.Lo. I'm sorry. I may be in a bad mood today. This is possible. But I'm finding that they've become insufferable.
I completely agree with you.
Ben Affleck and J.Lo. I just think... Do you know, what I don't understand is this. The reason that their romance died in the first place was because it became everybody's business.
Yeah, okay.
Right? They've been first to say that.
Too public.
That all the publicity around it just ruined everything, because once you invite people into your private life, it's not private anymore.
No, and you'd let that noise get to your head. You couldn't stop it no matter how
So
hard you
wouldn't
tried.
you think 20 years later they would say, all right, we're going to give this another go, but guess what? We're going to do it differently.
Yeah.
This is just for us. Some things aren't for sale. Well, no. Apparently, they've been married a year now. Good on you.
That sounded so passe. Good on you.
Good on you. And, we've seen almost every day of it.
Truth.
And she has just... Wait a minute. Look, this is nothing against her music. I think she writes banging songs. But she's just posted, Dear Ben, sitting here alone looking at my ring.
Your ring.
Feeling overwhelmed. It makes me want to sing.
Oh, stop.
How did we end up here without a rewind? Oh, my. This is my life. When she says he's sitting here alone looking at my ring, it reminds me of me sunning my perineum in the in the summer months.
Exactly what my brain goes to too.
Is it as well?
Yeah.
It's
My
a gr-
ring.
It's a great thing to do. It really gets the vitamin D deep within.
Yeah.
I really recommend it, but don't sun it too long that it gets burnt. Let's move on to the block who've also been burnt. There's a couple on there. Liberty and Eliza. By couple, I mean two people, not
sisters.
Going out. They're sisters. And they got absolutely torn a new one, speaking of rings, from the new judge, Marty Fox, who has really staked his claim, hasn't he, in that group. They have put together a granny flat studio, and he was not happy with the styling. Have a listen.
I think the styling is so bad that had it been empty, I would have been happier.
Spoken like a true real estate agent, because they do say, instead of something like, if your furniture is ugly, get rid of it, sell it empty.
Yeah.
But that is a very harsh comment.
And also, you're on the block. That's not an option. If you or I was selling a house, we could leave it empty. That's fine.
Imagine if they had left it empty.
Someone should do that one year because no one's ever done that.
They should do that.
That's
and
funny.
It's just it's minimal, Marty.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of it? Well, Liberty's mother is not happy with the new judge and the comments about her daughter's styling.
Hi, Mum.
What's the matter?
I just feel so overwhelmed and I just don't know what I'm doing.
They know you don't understand. I just think that's disgusting of that asshole real estate guy to say what he did to you.
I love it so much.
Calling your mum in the car crying too. You're just never too old to do it, clearly.
Never too old.
Who am I? A queen in the kitchen? Could be. Now find your queen vanilla in the baking aisle to discover how a little queen does wonders in your bakes.
What's my name? Who is it? Chrissie Swans. Who am
Oh,
I?
it's the beautiful Di from Oakley. How the hell are you today, Diane?
I'm not too bad, Chrissy. It is a bit miserable, though.
I've called you Diane, but I think maybe you're a Diana.
I'm actually a Diana.
Oh, a Diana.
Classy.
Oh, one of my school friends' sisters was Diana. That was the only other one I knew. It's very fancy.
Oh, thank you.
Normally you get D, though, from Diana, not Di.
Yeah, I do. But that's okay. I can roll with Di.
Well, that's what's written on the... So I've been calling you not... See, I knew there was something wrong with this. Your name is not Di. Your name is D.
Yes, Diana.
We got it. Annie's doing this on purpose. She's sabotaging me so that I look even more insane than I actually am, D.
Annie is now fighting back saying, it's not me.
It's not me.
All right.
We are going to get to the bottom of this. But first, we're going to give you $500. I can feel it in my waters. It's all thanks to Queen Baking. For each incorrect answer that you make, $100 snatched away from you. But I'm feeling positive about this. Let's go, Diana.
Oh, let's go.
I was a judge on The Voice USA.
Ooh, Nicole Scherzinger?
Great guess,
great
but
guess.
no. Clue number two, down to $400, but still better than a poke in the eye with a stick. I was discovered on the Mickey Mouse Club on Disney. A few big names have come through those hallowed halls. Some have made it out better than others. I'm looking at you, Brittany.
Her memoir's still coming out. No changes, even with the divorce. Just FYI.
Thank you.
It's not our girl Christina, is it?
It is our girl.
Yes.
$400 cash.
Yes, thank you.
And you live in Melbourne too, don't you, Dee?
Yes.
That means that you are in the same city as Christina Aguilera when she tours here later on in the year. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
Have you got a favourite? I mean, I just think you can't go past Genie in a Bottle.
Oh, Genie in a Bottle is a banger.
Yeah. And also her bit in Lady Marmalade, Dead.
Yes.
Yes. Deanna doesn't know what I'm talking about. You're playing along and I love you for it. $400.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
And the Chrissie Swan Show, also known as Masked Singer, that publicity train has absolutely kicked off. Please stop asking me when it's coming. I don't know. They don't tell me anything because I can't be trusted. The amount of important phone calls I've had from Channel 10 HQ going, Swanee, you weren't supposed to say that yet. They've learnt their lesson. Now they tell me
Just
nothing.
don't tell you.
So I'm going to say September sometime.
I was going to say, we know it's going to be this year, right?
Yes, it is this year, and also there's ads on telly, so it's coming soon, and I would say September at some point.
Great.
This one, I was on the project last night, and of course the conversation went to the Masked Singer, and this promo has just gone to air.
Oh my God! The national anthem.
Stand by it.
The chance to turn the pages over.
So that, of course, is a giant kangaroo. It is a real talent, and that is a giant kangaroo.
Bouncer, they're calling him, I think.
Bouncer. He's sort of like a nightclub bouncer. And then, actually, here's a little sneak peek, and I'll probably get in trouble for this. Halfway through the series, they tricked up his face because he looked very angry in the first half of the season. Then he came out. It's like he had a bit of a
smiley,
bit of Bowie, or a bit of the, that he'd had the creases in the eyelids taken out when everyone has that and they look so fresh.
He's awake.
Well,
the internet, I was reading articles last night. They've already decided who they think that is.
Who do they think
Conrad
it is?
Sewell.
See, I just love that the guessing has already begun. There's no other show like it. You say what you want about the Masked Singer, it's a goddamn hoot. But we had the publicity train is in full swing, including all the photos on set. And here's a little, insight into it. Most of the people involved in TV shows are sent sheets and sheets of every photo that's ever been known to man have taken of that person, and they've got to go through. Some people on telly have like a little magnifying glass, and they look at each photograph and put a cross through it or a tick through it.
I would totally be doing that.
Well, can you imagine how much I care about it?
So little. Imagine if I was on the Masked Singer next year when we both got these pamphlets. I'd spend 40 minutes picking which pick I liked.
So I've printed off the contact sheet mainly so that we can discuss our individual approaches to this sort of thing. So I got all these contact sheets and I took a cursory glance at them. I mean, I don't even have my glasses on. And I just said, yeah, look, they look fine.
All of them?
There was one where I looked possessed. There was one. This one.
Oh, okay.
No, I look like a blow-up doll in that one, and I quite like that look, so that stays. But this one, I look utterly possessed. I look like Sigourney Weaver's character in Ghostbusters when she turns into Zool. So I put a cross through that, and then I just said to my manager, look, I don't care, I don't care. I don't care how I look on the internet or in publicity shots. I don't care. Plus, most of the time, you say, yeah, that's fine, and then you see it on the side of a bus.
And they've completely ignored you anyway.
And they've completely photoshopped the crap out of it.
Okay.
And you've got no say in it anyway. So I've just given up. You control the controllables. If you see a photo of me looking like hell, that's fine. I can live with it. But your response to me just saying, oh, no, that's fine, whatever, I don't care. You were horrified.
I was horrified because there's some really great shots of you here. And I know, like, you know, what sometimes TV presenters do is they'll put a carousel on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I said, Swanee, there's a couple of really beautiful shots of you on here. You can use them and be like, hey, guys, 2 hours until Ep1 starts. Or you can tease people. And you said that you wouldn't do that.
Absolutely not. And interestingly, I can remember the exact nugget that came out. I put a cross through that one where I looked like Zool from Ghostbusters. And then I draw your attention to this one here where I look really amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how they've got it. And I put
You're glowing.
I put a cross through that one too.
Why?
Well, this was the conversation that started it. I said, "Oh, I don't want that one. That doesn't even look like me. That's too beautiful and too good." And you were like, "Are you mad? That is exactly the one."
Embrace it. I'd be uploading it tomorrow. I'd be breaking the rules and just saying, guess what, guys? The show starts on this date. Here's a hot pic
No,
of me.
but I don't look like that. Equally, I don't look like Zool from Ghostbusters, but I don't look like that. That looks like a model.
Yes, you do. On set, you do, Swanee.
No, wrong.
I'm right. You're wrong.
This is the Chrissie Swan Show.
Listen, with respect, if you're in Brisbane right now, we hate you. Because it is 12 degrees where we are in Melbourne and freezing, and you are sweating it up at 25 degrees. That would be a dream come true. We are jealous and we salute you.
We
those
sure do.
north of the border. Britney Spears update. We did hear in the news that her soon-to-be ex has been seen out walking the dog that he bought for her. So he seems to be going well. And much to my own chagrin, as they say in France, I am going to give you an update on Britney, Jack, because I know you want to know.
Yeah, give it to me.
She has posted in the last few minutes a picture of some hand-painted spoons in a jar, and she goes, "Single spoons, don't you just love them?" So she seems to be going okay as well.
Oh, Brit. Also, Sam, drop the secrets about her already.
No, don't.
Yeah, do.
No, let her have those.
Why? It's public knowledge, yeah?
No, it's not.
She's a public figure.
Oh my God, it's not in the interest. It's not in the public interest. I really don't think it is.
What is in the public interest is Chrissie Swan Show bum bags.
Correct.
Chrissie's Quizzy.
Hello, Crystal and Kate. How do you do?
Good. Hello, good thing.
Now, look, I don't expect you to say yes, but I was on the project last night. Did either of you watch?
No, I didn't, sorry. Sorry, no.
You and everyone else, I'm afraid.
I was about to say it,
Anyway.
but I stopped myself.
I was talking to Sarah Harris, who hosts the show off air, and she's like, why are you always wearing a bum bag? It's always a bum bag. And I said, well, they've changed my life at the end. And she goes, oh, and she mentioned the word sell, like, oh, you're selling bum bags. I said, I most certainly am not selling bum bags. The only way that you can get them is by winning them. And she said, no, I've seen them online. And sure enough, on Gumtree, it was one of yours has put the Chrissie Swan Show limited edition Money Can't Buy Bum Bag up for sale. But it was snapped up by somebody else on Gumtree.
Sold for $20.
$20.
Wow.
That's not a bad, I mean, that is not a bad profit, given that whoever won it was one of yours.
It was one of yours, your dogs.
Has won it for nothing and sold it for $20. But I know that neither of you will do me wrong in that way, will you, Crystal or Kate?
No, no way.
Because
like,
for
"Have you
Crystal
shut
and
up,
Kate,
woman?" Yep.
there are Jonas Brothers tickets in that bum bag.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Yes, I want the tickets.
No, I want them.
Okay. I thought one of you was going to say, well, I'll just have the bum bag. And I thought, well, let's just cut it here. All right, question number one. Which Canadian... Oh, your names are your buzzers, best of three, blah, blah, blah. Which Canadian superstar announced a series of Australian shows this morning? It's the weasel word Canadian, because I would have been sure he was American. We were just talking about it's the weekend.
Oh, I missed it. I have no idea.
Well, then if you had no idea, you didn't really miss it, did you, Kate? You just had no idea. Question number two. What is the colour of an emerald?
Kate, Crystal.
Yes, Kate?
It's green.
It is green. You're on the board. Question number three. Story Bridge is found in which Australian city?
Crystal.
Yes, Crystal.
Brisbane.
Correct. Question number four. It's Dua Lipa's 28th birthday today. Name this song.
Kate.
Yes, Kate.
Crystal.
Kate.
Don't throw up.
Don't throw up. That's what I always, it's the last thing I say to Jack on a Friday afternoon when we leave work. I say, don't throw up.
Crystal, do you want to steal it? You did buzz in.
Oh my gosh, I was going to say the same thing.
No, it's don't start now.
Alrighty, 1 point each. Question number 5.
Whose nose grew longer every time he...
Kate.
Yes.
Crystal. Pinocchio.
Yes, Kate, correct. We all know a real-life Pinocchio in our lives, don't we?
Sure do.
We've all got one. Question number 6. Roger Cook is the Premier of which state? I'll be very surprised if you'd know.
Kate.
Yes, Kate.
Western Australia.
Correct. Well done, Kate. You have won the bum bag, but more importantly, you have won 2 tickets to go and see the Jonas Brothers. Well done.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you. Good job, Kate.
Live for the first time, the Jonas Brothers are bringing their 5 albums, one night tour to Australia in March. Tickets are on sale now, but head to livenation.com.au for more info.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
Stuff's getting real. And, you know, we have been hearing about this cost of living crisis for a long time, but I reckon I would not be alone in saying that my head's been in the sand. I have actively avoided looking at the increases in interest payments.
Yeah, okay.
Actively avoided it.
This would have to probably be the first year that I've noticed it.
Right, okay.
But like in the supermarket, my mates and I have actually been talking about how as a single guy, sometimes it's cheaper to go to steak night at the pub than buy the ingredients.
That is unbelievable.
Like,
and I mean, I doubt
wild.
that very much. But if that's your thing, that's your thing, Jack.
Because
I get it.
If you're buying a piece of steak for $15 or $14,
Yeah.
I can pay $20.
And it's all done.
It's done, and it's with the salad and the
Yeah, it's
you know what
true.
I mean? And
Yeah,
the
I
chips.
get it. We had a discussion last week that you said that you saw petrol for $2.40. And I realised that my brain is stuck in 1991 when I got my licence, because I just think that petrol is 69 cents.
Not anymore, Swanee.
No, it is alarming, and I have started to do stuff like, you know, you would have noticed on Monday I bring in, last couple of weeks I brought in a head of lettuce, some tins of tomato and some truss tomatoes. That's my lunch at work for a week.
5 days done.
5 days done, $18.
Yeah.
Because you just can't afford to do anything else
No.
now. I've also... So you know that I'm like a reptile and I need heat. Like I am in an outdoor Kathmandu parka inside in the studio
Yes.
right now. I'm so cold all the time.
And you and I are so different because I run hot. So I like, even in the depths of winter here in Melbourne,
Yeah.
I would like the aircon blasting.
Oh my God.
Because I like to feel fresh and crisp.
I could think of nothing worse. And I sleep with an electric blanket every single night. Well, my electric blanket has started to blink, means it's not working. So the last couple of nights I've been cold, and I thought, I wonder if the other side works, because, you know, I only use one side of it.
Yeah.
The other side works a treat. So instead of buying a new electric blanket, which I probably would have done last year or the year before, I have gone to the effort of stripping the bed, turning it around
I love this.
so that the side that works is now on my side, even though the controls are down near my feet.
I've just come up with a great segment. You know how there's infomercials on like the morning show and Today Extra?
Yeah.
We should have Chrissie's cost cutting and you just coming in with tips and tricks.
No, we've got a segment that exists, Chrissie's Massive Tips.
Oh, we do already?
TIPS. So there you go. And I just want to know, Jack, I know that you have your head in the sand more than anyone I know. Has this affected you at all? Drum roll, please.
It absolutely has. Even after Europe, like I'm going to be paying that off for the rest of my life.
Correct.
But I made a beef vegetable stir fry last night. As you know, I asked you for recipe advice yesterday.
Yes.
And I even brought it in to have for leftovers for lunch today.
I'm so proud of you.
I know.
I'm so proud of you.
Really didn't like it.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Who knew that Jack would be cooking his own dinners and bringing in the leftovers for lunch? I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I already texted my housemate saying, for doing that, we're getting Uber Eats tonight.
Oh, Jack, that's not how it works.
It's like I'm thanking myself.
Oh,
congratulating
my God.
myself.
I mean, we are in the middle of a absolute living crisis. Everything is so expensive. I cannot believe it. And for the first time in my life, I'm starting to be a bit frugal. You know, I said that instead of getting a new electric blanket when it was broken, I mean, look, my house will probably burn down, don't at me, but I've turned it around. It's deeply inconvenient because when I'm snuggled in and ready to go to sleep, I've got to get up and turn it off at the base of the...
I do a big old lean. It's like a stretch.
I've got to get up. It's at the end of the bed.
No, you just
it's where my feet are.
Hug your mattress.
I need to teach my feet how to turn it off. But also I've discovered in my house, I've got one of those instant fireplaces. We're all trying to save some dough. I've got one of those instant fireplaces and it leads into the laundry. Like there's a cupboard and in there's just like, you know, Christmas wrapping paper and rubbish and bags of caps and stuff. And I got something out of there the other night while the heater was on. I was like, oh my God, I've lived in this house for 6 years. It's a drying cupboard.
No.
I know. So I've cleared it all out and I've got a airer and I'm going to put my washing in there.
That's
bang.
smart.
Yeah, 2 for 1. Christy, what are you doing to just save a little bit of those coins?
Chrissy, I call into the servo and get a coffee on the way to work now instead of going out to the coffee man that comes.
Oh, look, you sound so sad about it, but servo coffees are among the best. I had one on Saturday that was heaven.
They rock. It's the Shell ones. They're amazing.
And can you still sort of make it bespoke, like put in 2 espresso shots and then hot milk, and then that's exactly like what you get at a cafe?
You're hilarious because our electrician that rocks there ran into me at the servo last week and he said to me, did I do that? And I went, I had no idea you could do that.
Well, you can't. You can't. You're not allowed to. But if nobody's watching, I do every single time.
There's no option. There's no option to press to add a double.
Oh, you need to find a place with an option. Well, that is great. I mean, that's saving you $10 a day minimum.
Priceline voucher for you, Christy. Let's go to Lucy.
Lucy, what are you doing to save some coinage?
So we're now lighting candles between 3 and 9 p.m. because that's our peak period.
I love this so much.
We just got, last 3 months, our electricity bill has been $600 a month. So we've had to completely cut down.
It's outrageous.
Because we're, like, not surviving.
It's outrageous. Before, I mean, you can admit it because you're in a safe place. Before, you know, this weird time that we're all going through with interest rates and crazy energy prices, were you a little bit relaxed, like you'd leave the lights on in the house or not worry about it?
Yeah,
me too.
Absolutely. And I've got a 5-month-old too who's crying in the back, so she's really unhappy about it as well. We used to have like the heater, the gas heater on all the time, and that was, I think our bill went up to $1,200 just before we decided to completely turn it off.
Is the candles working, Lucy? Because if it is, I'm going to do that because it sounds like a good and interesting secondary way to burn my house down.
Absolutely.
The candles are a vibe too. They create an ambience.
I think it's a great idea. And also you can get the little battery operated ones, which should be, safer with a baby, I'm going to suggest, Lucy. Amanda, how are you saving your coins?
So I no longer use the dryer. I have taken the Venetian blinds off of their railing and I now just hang all the washing on hangers straight up there.
I love it. And do you know what else? That makes the house smell nice.
Yeah, well, it's under the ducted heating. So I use all the rooms and I can hang about 15 to 20 loads of washing on the windows and have them dry by the morning.
Yeah, that is genius. Priceline voucher for you.
Let's finish with Bronwyn.
These are all things that we should have been doing all along, actually, if we were even vaguely sensible with money, which we are not.
How are you saving cash, Bronwyn?
Oh, hi. I went into Priceline before a big event because I couldn't afford my normal skincare and makeup, and I gave myself a facial and did all my makeup.
And they would have loved it, Bron, when they embraced that.
So helpful and sweet, and I felt mortified because I was going to my 30-year high school reunion, and I went and bought all my beautiful outfit from a charity shop, which I love, and then I went and did that. So, winning. Everyone won.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to Priceline next time I've got an event. I love it, Bronwyn.
Priceline voucher for you, Bronwyn.
Chrissie Chrissie's Clickbait.
You know, if the life of Taylor Swift was a Disney movie, she would, of course, be the queen.
Obviously.
And the villain would be Scooter Braun, who stole all her stuff that she has been systematically re-releasing. That's the guy that did the bad by her that has given us all of these Taylor's versions. She's clawing back the rights to her own music.
Obviously what she went through was terrible, but I wonder if it's half kind of been good for her, because we've been introduced to all these old Taylor songs and we're now playing them that we probably wouldn't have.
I agree.
But it's still awful to have gone through that.
It is absolutely unconscionable. He was her manager. He's also been the manager of a very large and famous roster of performers. But just now, Ariana Grande has dumped Scooter Braun, and Demi Lovato has also dumped Scooter Braun.
Both in the same day.
He's going to be working out of a hot desk office before we know it. Imagine the money that man is losing.
Legit.
And I know.
And his other big client, Justin Bieber, hasn't been doing heaps.
No, he hasn't. And there were rumours that he had also left him, but I think Justin Bieber would have no idea what's going on in the world at the moment. I think he's having a very well-deserved break. Another person who's having a well-deserved break is Rihanna, because she has secretly given birth to her second son. How exciting. I was wondering about Ree.
Yeah, because when did we learn she was pregnant? When was the Super Bowl? February, and she was fairly gone then. She was showing, yeah.
Yes, and so the baby has been born. It's another boy, reportedly, so babies are always good news.
Congrats, Ray.
We're out of here. We'll see you Wednesday for Wacky Wacky Wacky.
Bye.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.